The journey of the Florida Highwaymen is not one measured in distance, although they did log thousands of miles traveling the state's roads. Instead, their journey is one of going from complete anonymity to celebrated artists. A journey that began in Fort Pierce in the late 1950s.
Good morning. I wanted to know what you all be interested in some paintings if it wouldn't take up too much of you all's time.
Al Black was one of the original Highwaymen, a group of 26 unknown, mostly self-taught African-American artists who dreamed of making money by selling their colorful Florida landscape paintings.
Well, they was nice decoration pieces and they was cheap.
But even at $15 each, no gallery would sell their paintings, so the group figured out they could travel Florida's highways, peddling their artwork directly to businesses, banks, and anyone else who was interested. And business was good.
And of course, people came and they liked what they saw and they would purchase.
Ironically, though, the Highwaymen were not all men. The group also included
I'm a lady.
Mary Ann Carroll, a single mother of 7.
Your survival depended on your livelihood, and this produced a better living for any of the highwaymen. That's why most of them doing it now and never went back to pick oranges.
While some consider their paintings primitive, it's estimated by 1970 the group sold 250,000 paintings. To keep up with the demand, the Highwaymen learned to paint quick.
They could start and complete a painting in a matter of 15 or 20 minutes. But they would often paint not one painting at a time, but to maximize time, paint 4 or 6 or even 10 paintings at a time.
Yet it wasn't an entirely smooth road. There was racism and prejudice.
I have went in some places and they told me, said, well, I don't buy nothing from blacks. And I told them I wasn't real black, I was sunburnt.
Then, in 1970, the unofficial leader of the Highwaymen, Alfred Hare, was killed. Within a few years, most of the Highwaymen would stop painting, and many of those $15 landscapes ended up in the trash.
They weren't valued, they weren't treasured, they weren't studied back then.
But a renewed interest in the Highwaymen in the mid-90s sent the value of their paintings soaring, and a handful worth more than $10,000.
We had no idea that the price would escalate to the magnitude it is today.
Galleries started selling their works, and in 2004, the 26 original Highwaymen were elected into the Florida Artists Hall of Fame. Now, in their later years, most of the surviving Highwaymen have returned to painting, completing a remarkable journey that continues even today.
It's truly the American dream realized.
In Fort Pierce, Preston Rudy, 10 Connects.